Now we begin the last lap. Swiftly and secretly we have moved an army of immense strength and striking power to break the Gothic line. Victory in coming battles means the beginning of the end for the German armies in Italy.
So wrote General Oliver Leese, commander of the British 8th Army in the summer of '44. But for the Allies, the Gothic line, the last line of German resistance in Italy stretching across the country, was not just a question of liberating Nazi-occupied territory. The Gothic line played a much more critical role that affected not only the political future of Europe, but of the whole world. The three main Allied powers were pursuing different political policies. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill distrusted Stalin, whose troops were advancing towards the heart of Europe from the east. More far-sighted than the American President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Churchill foresaw difficult relations with the Soviet Union once the war ended. Naturally, no one can tell the story better than those who were on the front lines. 5 men, each with his own story to tell, who lived through the tragedy and the horror of the Gothic line between 1944 and '45. Earl Clark, an American from Vermont, was aged 25.
There are times, and there have been times for as long as man existed, I guess, when it was necessary, or it becomes necessary, to create a war environment.
Hunter Dunn from Ottawa, Canada. He was promoted to captain during the offensive.
I heard about the war. I was living in Montreal, and I was at a dance at a pavilion out over the water, and I heard about it, and it just felt as if someone had hit me right in the stomach.
Johannes Finkhaus from Germany. At 19, he had seen combat in Russia. 1 year later, he found himself on the Gothic line as a second lieutenant.
Hat man einer schlechten Sache gedient?
Had we served a wrong cause? Not one of us could accept the idea. We had all suffered terribly and lost friends. All this for a wrong cause?
Alles für eine schlechte Sache gewesen sein.
Nazario Galassi, an Italian partisan from Imola, was a political officer with the 36th Garibaldi Brigade.
These mountains were the scene of many skirmishes against German troops that I took part in along the Gothic line. They were cruel, fierce battles, which left many dead on both sides. At the time, I came to the conclusion that I still hold today, that it served no end for the most part.